Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is side B of our virtual conference for GRCAI. If you have any questions, please send me an invite so you can come on the show and ask me direct questions. Don't be shy. Nobody's gonna bite you. We're just having a conversation, y'all. I'm here. GRCAI virtual conference for September the 20 September the 30th. I want to hear from my listeners out there. We got to have this conversation. We have to. This is a very important conversation. Africans and Black Americans, we have to learn how to work together. There's a lot of problems that's happening here in Black America, and there's a lot of problems that's happening on the African continent. We can solve these issues through my Christian business that I'm trying to start, but it is extremely difficult for me to get it up and running here in the city of Chicago because of that Willie Lynch mentality. So this is why I do my these video podcasts. This is why I created my or wrote my revised book. This is why I created GRCAI in the first place, to help solve our social issues rather than just sitting up and complaining about them at the grassroots level. I have 1,800 people that's on my Facebook friends list. Okay, Reverend Rothan, see if you can call in so I can get you on the show today. right, I'm trying to get people to come on the show, so I'm sending invites. And if you don't want to get on camera, just leave a message in the chat room, which is the comment section on Facebook Live, and I can interact with you that way. People have a lot of stuff to say to me outside of the video podcast, but then when I do the show, everybody is ghosts. So Africans, if y'all serious about me bringing the best of the diaspora to your African nation, then encourage your people that's here in the United States, African immigrants from your particular African nation, encourage them to work with me. Again, I'm calling upon African immigrants from South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uganda, Angola, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Nigeria. Stand up. It was black Americans that helped fought during the civil rights era to help you all to get over here in this country. All I'm asking you to do is work with me so I can bring my people to your country to help improve the African economy, starting in South Africa. But we're going to have to build GRCAI here in Chicago first for credibility. I want to help my people that's trapped in the inner cities. That's all I'm trying to do. And we're going to work with the black parents that want more out of life. We can't help everybody. A lot of people are going to be on full of games, so we don't want to. We're gonna weed those people out. You don't have to live in the black ghetto to be part of the grassroots community activist movement. That's why I started it online. But I want us to build this thing together so we can have a physical building and a presence in the African American community, starting in Chicago. The white supremacist financial elites will not fund this type of organization. Why? Because this is to help solve a lot of our dysfunction in the in black society, dealing with that Willie Lynch mentality. That Willie Lynch mentality is present in this day and age. That's how come I don't have a lot of support, little to none. Over here, we want to declare war on this Willie Lynch mentality so it doesn't continue to be passed down to the next generation. That's why I want to do this Black Empowerment film. The proceeds from the film will put me in a better position so that I can do all the things that I've been talking about for the past 31 years. My revised book is my credibility right here. This platform is my credibility. I am documenting what I am doing. For those of you that say or want to ask me, what are you doing for the black community? Over here, we're going to raise the bar. So where are you? Like I say, if you don't come on the show, then at least leave comments in the comment section. And share the video. That's all I'm asking. But if you're serious about being a member of the grassroots community activist movement, purchase my revised book on Amazon. Read my story for yourself, and then make arrangements with me to come on this show so we can discuss the book and encourage other people that's on my friends list to get involved. 1,800 people that's on my Facebook friends list. If you're not interested in what I'm talking about, if you're not interested in our cause, which is to help stop the genocide in American ghettos, please delete me off your friends list and do not come to any events with my name on it. And that's real. I'm not on here playing games. It's going to get worse for Black America. Because of that Willie Lynch mentality. That Willie Lynch mentality has allowed the open borders to allow 500,000 migrants to compete against you and your children for jobs and resources because of that Willie Lynch mentality. Black America is in dire trouble because of the off-code behavior. All of the principles that's written in my revised book, that's the code. I hear a lot of, I would say, other content creators talking about the code and all of this, but they can't really explain what the code is because they're trying to bite my words. The code is all of the principles in my revised book. That's the code. And in layman terms, all that means is that we have to be on one accord, in agreement. Over here, we want to solve black issues. Point blank. First, dealing with broken families in the inner cities, because our upper class African American communities, they're not dealing with this kind of stuff, and that was created by design. The white supremacist financial elites want black Americans that's trapped in the inner cities to not exist. That's why I call it genocide. It's not just physical genocide, it's political genocide, because the black leaders that's talking to a lot of black Americans, they're in the pockets of the white supremacist financial elites to mislead you, to make you keep voting for the same party that's not doing anything for our racial group. But again, I I'm on a shoestring budget, so I can't do much. But this is my job. And I'm going to do the best that I can to get this thing popping here in the city of Chicago. Even if I have to reach out to people that live outside of Chicago. Thank you, Reverend Etna, for giving me the thumbs up. Thank you, Lori, for giving me the thumbs up. I wish that you all would call in. That would be even better so I can answer your questions. You don't have to shy away. We're just having a conversation. Well, it's going on 3 o'clock. I was going to stay on here to 4, but hey, I mean, if I don't have any people calling in, I've done my part. I'm doing the best that I can. I know people like entertainment. We're going to entertain people in our Black empowerment films, but we want to hear from I want to give young Black youth an opportunity to have their voices heard. So those of you that have children that's 18 up until I would say at least 35, this organization is for them. But again, we have to build it. When we come to Africa, I want to bring the best, like I say, the best of the diaspora. I want to recruit Black Americans that have special talents for us to use that talent over there on the African continent to help improve the African economy in exchange for citizenship. We're not going over there just to visit Africa and just come back to America. Actually, I wish that we would have that same energy that our grandparents had during the 60s, how hard that they were pushing for integration. I wish we had that same energy. That's what I want to create through this Christian business, GRCAI of Chicago. To have that same energy to push for getting reconnected with Africa and visiting Africa and then investing in Africa. And I want Africans to work with us so that way we can help our brothers and sisters that's trapped in the inner cities. In terms of doing international trade, bringing quality, I would say quality produce, in terms of like food, healthy foods, to compete against those. I know a lot of Black Americans love, the greasy foods and stuff, but that's not healthy. So we want to have, a balance. That's why in GRCAI of Africa or GRCAI of Chicago, we want to promote the health and wellness components. That's going to be very important. But bottom line, we got to get this thing started soon. Again, I've been pushing this for 31 years. It's not easy, but somebody has to do it because we see that nothing else out there is really working. Those nonprofits, a lot of those organizations are compromised. That's why things don't get done. Like I say over here, we're going to vet people who come through our doors. This is going to be membership based. And we're going to work with black families that want more out of life. And that's serious. Well, I'm going to stay on here for about another 3 minutes. And I just call it a day at 3 because I've been waiting for people to come on here to call in. And if you don't know how to get on the show, I would teach you. It's not that hard. All you have to do is send me an invite and I can get you on. Or leave messages in the chat room and I'll read them out. You know, that's another way how we can get this conversation going. But I know that once we get this film project fully funded and made, I just want us to excel. Do black empowerment films in every African nation that we touch base on. That we're gonna where we set up our local chapters, because that's gonna help speed up the process. Over here, we're legal. We're not doing anything illegal. We law-abiding citizens. Over here, you don't have to run from the cops. We're going to provide our black youth with legitimate jobs, starting off with stipends until we can get more support. We also want to branch off from just being a nonprofit to a for-profit type of business. We want to get into, like I say, having our own music studio, so that way we can create our own music and own it. The GRCAI of Chicago is open for both Christians and non-Christians. But the bottom line, we just have to learn how to get along with each other first and heal from that Willie Lynch mentality and heal from that colonized mindset. So that way we can do great things for our people, the community, and throughout the world. We're not going to copy Caesar's system, which is capitalism. Luke chapter 2, verse 1, read that. He's the one that imposed this stuff. And that gave rise to the white supremacist financial elites. Over here, our focus is on working with the people at the grassroots. Working class blacks, middle class blacks, and so-called underclass blacks. For us to be on one accord, to work together, build up our community, and make that connection with Africa. So that way we can do international trade with our brothers and sisters, help improve the African economy, bring our talents over there. So that way, black Americans don't have to be treated as third and fourth class citizens in America. With that being said, I'm going to conclude our show for today, Side B. I'm going to post this on YouTube. Please leave comments and again, share it. I'm asking everyone that's on my Facebook friends list to do that. Again, if you're not interested in what I'm talking about, please delete me off your friends list. You're just taking up space. Once this organization materializes and we make our presence known in the inner cities here, especially in Chicago, everybody's going to want to be a part of it because they're going to see a physical building and they're going to see some positive impacts from this. But as I stated before, ain't nothing changing on my end. We're going to vet people and we're going to separate ourselves from these off-code Negroes, these degenerates, pedophiles, urban terrorists, hardened criminals, people that make our racial group look bad. Those are the ones that's getting all of the, I would say, they're being promoted by society or by the white supremacist financial elites because it's showing a negative view of black life. So when Africans come over here, when they see all that negativity about the dysfunction in the African American community, that's why they have their own community. They don't want to associate with that. And I want them to understand all of us is not in cahoots with that degeneracy that's being promoted. I'm not. So, again, I'm just doing the best that I can. But I would love to work with African immigrants that's here in America that's going to come forth to help speed up the process so that way we can go back to the African continent starting in South Africa and use our skills there to help build up the African economy, shoot our second film, and I'm going to lead by example. I'm going to apply for dual citizenship. That's our best option. Black America has two choices. Either embrace annihilation or embrace survival. That's the only two options that Black America has. I want to work with those that want to choose survival and separate ourselves again from these off-code Negroes that's making it harder for us to live here in America because of their voting habits, because of the degeneracy that they're promoting, selling out our people just to get a few crumbs from the white supremacist financial elites. I'm not interested in us doing all those marching and protesting. That's what our grandparents did. Over here, we want to solve those issues, like I say, by working with broken black families head on that want more out of life. And I am trying to move from behind a computer. Right now, like I say, I'm on a shoestring budget. I don't have a physical building. I don't have any employees. That's why I want to do the film. But again, the whole purpose of me writing my revised book was to generate capital, so I can get this organization started without having to do a film. That's why I created the virtual store. The shirt that I'm wearing is the things that I sell on my virtual store. And beach towels, coffee mugs, etc. All of that stuff is legitimate. No scams. You order it, you pay for it, you're gonna get it through the mail. You buy my book from Amazon, you're gonna get it through the mail. But Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Um, those of you that's good at doing fundraising, I need for you to connect with me. Send me a message to my Facebook inbox so we can discuss that for our upcoming anniversary, which would be November 10th. It would mark 32 years. I've been pushing this vision on Facebook now for 19 years. This is my third Facebook page because hackers, they're forever love to delete me, delete my account and all that stuff. They're forever bugging, and I'm like, well, why are they so invested with trying to disrupt my message if I'm not even getting support from Black Americans? Because they know that I'm on point, and they know that if I connect with other like-minded Black people and like-minded Africans, that we would turn this situation around, and that we would turn around our inner cities within, I would say, 2 years. With that being said, you all have a safe weekend, and I'm gonna continue to do my weekly video podcast if I come across things in the mainstream media that deals with Black issues. Then I'm going to discuss those things on here, and try to encourage people to come on the show to talk about it. Also, again, if you have a small business or if you have a small ministry, you're welcome to make arrangements with me to come on the show to promote your business or share God's word on here, because that's what I'm all about. I'm about sharing my platform. I'm not doing this just for myself. Peace and blessings. And that's going to conclude our show for today.